Hello and welcome everyone to tonight's stream, the first one after the reset that just happened just before April Fools. If you have been playing, you may have seen those funny little googly eyes they just released, but it's gonna be a fun night tonight. I'm feeling pretty positive, climbing back up through gold. Might see some nasty stuff as other people really want to accelerate their chances and get up there as fast as possible to Diamond, to Mythic. The plan this month definitely is to get to Mythic sooner and just plain get there, but definitely grind a little bit more than I did the past month. Maybe using not as much wacky variations. Tomorrow though, April Fools, you guys will want to tune in for that. That's going to be a fun one. Not going to spoil anything, but I will say it is a tribal deck. I'll go that far, but I won't give you anything else. Tonight is classic. What I consider classic, at least for me. Brought back Commune with Dinosaurs. Fantastic, fantastic card here. Marauding Raptor, Otepec Huntmaster, and Drover of the Mighty for the three amigos. Help keep the early game going. I mean, seen a lot of nasty removal. So it's going to be good having these guys. Of course, Rampaging Ferocidon, Rotting Regisaur doing fantastic work as always. Hopefully, again, tonight, as always, Rotting Regisaur will help us and get that hasty, amazing Ghalta at some point. Shifting Ceratops. Oh man, I love this guy. I can't believe it was a couple weeks ago. I forgot to add Shifting Ceratops into the main board and the sideboard, and I played the whole night without Shifting Ceratops, and it caused me pain, and so I learned from that mistake, definitely. Blue Bear, how's it going? Yes, I'm glad you're having a good time with the reminders. Certainly, I'm going to keep doing this going forward. I can maybe schedule a couple days ahead if I know what decks or deck list I'm playing, but I think I'll aim for 9:30. Something like that. Usually is pretty safe time. My daughter has most often gone to sleep by then, and yeah, no, I'm glad it's helping you out, and hopefully it's helping out others. But it's Shifting Ceratops. Again, fantastic. Regisaur Alpha, as always, still with 4 copies of the Queen. You know her, you love her, so yeah, I'm still sticking with that. It's a lot of creatures, and again, Ghalta continues to be pretty much the best thing we can do. Of course, there is some rough games, some rough matches, especially last night. There were a couple bumpy moments, that's for sure. But the mana base, not too many changes here. Did get a little bit more red with Rockfall Veil, just to help cast Anger of the Gods. I know, it's pretty exciting. Blue Bear and anyone else who loves this card. I love this card. 4 copies. I expect to see some Izzet Phoenix, other little maybe aggro decks that just want to have quick games, quick matches, spam as many as possible and get as high as possible after the reset here. So I expect maybe a little bit more aggro tonight, potentially. So certainly Anger of the Gods I think is going to do the trick. Carnage Tyrant. Now, previously, quite a few nights I did have this guy starting off with somewhere in here, but I feel maybe putting Carnage Tyrant into the sideboard, perhaps cutting some number of the Queen, unfortunately, in various control-based matchups, that sort of thing. Hexproof, can't be countered. It's a menace. I have thought about Bard's class, also tying Bard's class with Zalortha, Strength Incarnate, which I did use a couple nights back, I believe. Yeah, I've been thinking about that for sure. I'm pretty sure I have a couple copies of Bard class, but there are quite a few legendary dinos, so I think that that might be on the menu, definitely, for some night. I'll put it in the books, that's for sure. Would be a lot of fun seeing not just Ghalta, but who knows what else legendary dino. No Culling Ritual, Flaming Draco. Yeah, it was a little rough, but having Anger of the Gods and Culling Ritual, or one or the other. I felt I'd just go with Anger of the Gods tonight. Up the sources of red, 4 Stomping Ground, 4 Rootbound Crag, 3 Rockfall Vale, a mountain, and then of course Drover the Mighty may potentially help us cast it. But yeah, Rockfall Vale, definitely. I like that. Secluded Courtyard, but with Culling Ritual needing black, it has been a little awkward, to say the least. Rotting Regisaur definitely is very easy to cast due to Secluded Courtyard, which also helps cast all these other dinos. But yeah, just decided to cut Culling Ritual for tonight in favor of Anger of the Gods. And a couple Blast Zone here to help get out of sticky situations, maybe facing some Golgari food. A lot of things with mana value 1, maybe some stuff with mana value of 2, but yeah. Death Gorge for some graveyard-based things, as always. I did face one reanimation deck just before starting here. That was nasty stuff. Whew. Ripjaw, as always. Okay, without further ado, let's get into one of the first matches of the reset. Might try one of these joke formats, events for April Fools, but I want to start climbing ASAP. Yeah, definitely. I do like Classic. Yeah, definitely. Certainly it feels like Classic was the right name for tonight. Yes, I did see the family heads that got spoiled. I'm not too excited about the Naya one. Having many creatures, I think if you have 3 creatures, they get buffed with Vigilance. If you have 5, they also get another +1/+0 in Trample. And then if you have 9 creatures, they get another +1 and Double Strike. But oftentimes I don't really have more than 3 creatures out anyways. Plus it can't benefit from any sort of cost reduction. I may try it at some point, that Naya family head from Streets of New Capenna, but I don't know, it's interesting. Definitely I'm excited for that Dino we're getting, but I like the looks of this. Yes, these are the Googly Eyes, the update, early update for April Fools. Yeah. Oh, the plant dino, it's not actually a card. I'm just guessing that it's going to be something like the Fungusaur, something like that. Yes, it caught me off guard as well. I was just playing and all of a sudden the eyes popped up. I actually didn't see it on my avatar here because it's the hooded person, but yeah, Karn, that's kind of funny stuff right there. It is Phoenix, which I expected. We got Anger of the Gods coming in, but yeah, I'm thinking it's just going to be the plant dinosaur that comes. It's going to be something, again, with 1/1 counters, dealt damage. You get more counters on it. Ooh. They killed it already. Man, that is nasty. Early Unholy Heat. Instant creature, sorcery, land. That's rough. Rough stuff. But we got Drover. Yeah, I mean, either way, I think Drover or Rampaging potentially is dead, unfortunately. But for Anger, Blue Bear, it's going to do the trick here. Now, this plant dinosaur that was spoiled recently, perhaps it's a reprint. It's really hard to say. Or they're changing a previous dinosaur's typing to plant dinosaur. It may have been something else. They've changed around the typing. Yeah, it does seem really good. I might try Unholy Heat at some point, but I don't think I have enough variety to really turn on Unholy Heat that often. Hopefully they don't have another Unholy Heat, but Crackling Drake, that's not too bad. We will be able to block it, take it out. Won't want to swing with Shifting Ceratops, that's for sure, but we get Regisaur Alpha, and well, it can't get reach, so we may just be dead. Hopefully that's not the case. Should have kept one up for giving Shifting reach, but again, Shifting could just die quite easily to an Unholy Heat anyways. If they can't kill us, we do have Ghalta. They're at 12 right now. Crackling Drake plus Izzet Phoenix. Oh, okay, well, that is going to do it. Painful stuff. Gotta watch out for that Drake. Certainly, I would love using Unholy Heat if I could turn it on, but yeah. While playing Arc, certainly that pairs up quite nicely. But Death Gorge, yes. Carnage Tyrant, I think I'll switch Carnage for all, well, keep one copy of the Queen in. Rampaging that could hurt us big time. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to cut Drover. I know it does help cast Anger of the Gods. Yeah, it's always seemed pretty good, especially with Anger and various other things, exiling stuff from the graveyard, but hopefully we see Anger in the... I mean, that is very tempting. There is 2 sources of green, so if Huntmaster survived, would be able to go Shifting Ceratops, but I'm thinking there may be a pretty low chance Huntmaster survives. Certainly it could be a far worse opening hand than that. I'm going to risk it. It's a big risk, that's for sure. Hopefully it's not a oof, like you say, Draco. Get the Blast Zone down just in case I get a 4th land next turn that doesn't shock us. Ah, nuts. So they're bouncing, they're killing, all that good stuff, but at the very least, it hasn't gotten too bad yet. If they don't kill Huntmaster, Hasty, Shifting Ceratops, potentially Regisaur Alpha as well. That would be lovely. Ooh, bouncing again. Very interesting. Carnage Tyrant. Always nice. Yeah, I'm just going to pay the 2 life. Get the Shifting Ceratops down. We could potentially draw a 5th land next turn, swinging with both Shifting Ceratopses. Shifting Ceratopsi, I guess. Plural. Or Regisaur Alpha. Hopefully that one copy of Ghalta shows up, but Izzet Phoenix sometimes is rough. That really hurt us. If they hadn't bounced Huntmaster, one of those turns definitely, that would have been some pretty fantastic aggression, but Unholy Heat is also fantastic. Sometimes the protection from blue can come in handy with Brazen Borrower, that sort of thing, but not here. Yeah, I'm going to do Huntmaster again, because we can go Huntmaster and Shifting. Again, hopefully Huntmaster survives, or at least one of these bodies survives, but they do have red base removal, which protection from blue doesn't do a whole lot against. That is quite a few unholy heats. 3 unholy heats so far, which, I mean, makes me feel pretty positive. Oh, my goodness. They are just going to town, bouncing. Anything and everything. Keep drawing lands, which is always nice. We get to go Huntmaster and Regisaur Alpha this turn, which I think is just fantastic. So we got to really do something. Otherwise, hasty Carnage Tyrant next turn, I imagine. Maybe double Shifting Ceratops. Yeah, that would be sweet. The second ability that... So it's just Brazen Borrower, Fairy Rogue. They have instant or sorceries attached to the creature. So they get exiled after you cast the adventure, it's called. Then you can cast them later from exile for their normal cost. Brazen Borrower, 1 and 2 blue there. Yeah, Carnage Tyrant just going to be the biggest painful thing. Oh wait, no, it's got to be Shifting Ceratops. We got to block Crackling Drake there, now that I think about it. Man, that Crackling Drake certainly makes me wish for Reckless Rage, being able to take out something like Crackling Drake at 4 toughness. As long as Shifting can survive, give it reach, block the Crackling, that's going to be good. Well, we blocked, we saved ourselves. Hopefully we're not dead. I mean, being at 6, it's getting down there for sure. Hopefully, maybe they forgot about the potential of Shifting Ceratops having reach. Certainly seems like that might have been the case. I'm pretty sure they forgot, so that's good for us. They don't have a whole lot. They could get in a Brazen Borrower, but... I just tried Blizzard Brawl a little bit there with the mono green list, but definitely if I'm in more than one color, it doesn't feel too good. If I was able to go into a mono green Dino list, make it work quite nicely, I think I would consider it, but too rough for my liking. Alright, hopefully this does the trick. Bam. Whew. I would like to make more use of Blizzard Brawl. I think it's just fantastic. 1 green to fight something, buff the creature, and give them indestructible till end of turn. I mean, it's great. Great interaction. Maybe, well, probably better than Savage Stomp, our Dino fight spell. But yeah, maybe if I could make mono green snow dinos work, I'd definitely consider going back to that. But rough stuff. Let's see. Keep it as is. I was thinking of card draw, but I still value the Shifting Ceratops. We saw there it was able to take out Crackling Drake. Now I don't expect that scenario to happen again. I'm pretty sure the opponent's going to learn from blocking Crackling Drake and losing the match. Or the game, I should say. Ooh, not quite. Yeah. Oh, much better. Oh, yes. Yes, please. 2 sources of red. Anger of the Gods. Do have to send 2 things to the bottom, though, unfortunately. So, Going to be Huntmaster, Commune. Of course, Huntmaster being at 2 toughness. Unholy Heat takes it out, but we've seen this match. Unholy Heat has gotten to maximum damage real quick. I was thinking about Territorial Allosaurus, but especially in a mono green list, I would certainly consider Territorial Allosaurus. Always nice having a fantastic body and then, yeah, fighting. Removal attached to a pretty fantastic body. I have the full playset of Anger of the Gods, so I'm feeling pretty confident about this. But yeah, Territorial Allosaurus, mono green list. Definitely something I would consider. Shifting Ceratops, though, they're only on 1 land. I think we got a good chance here. This is working out. Oh boy. Not really Territorial Allosaurus if I was in a Gruul list. Marauding Raptor anytime. I mean, you have to fight. You want to make use of that fighting potential from Territorial Allosaurus. So, yeah, it's rough. Marauding, pinging the Allosaurus, taking it down to 3 toughness. You really would only want to fight, I don't know, something at 2 power, so you preserve the Territorial Allosaurus. Oh, yes, the googly eye. Oh, okay. I don't feel too bad about the opponent having a rough go in the land department. Certainly something we all experience, but alright, good stuff. Flying up there tonight. Hopefully continue the trend, but the googly eyes, yeah. I do have 4 copies of Territorial Allosaurus, so I'm certain I'll go back to mono green dinos at some point. Maybe the plant dino that we get from the new Streets set, you know, that could go into a mono green dino list. I would imagine a plant dino is probably just green. Might be green and red, but yes, it was very good. Back up to plat, back up to diamond, mythic, and with the reintroduction of World Championships Pro Tour, they are making an announcement later in April, basically at the end of April, about arena-specific tournaments, but there was a pretty fantastic announcement today about support for that kind of stuff. I like the looks of this. Commune, turn 1 to dig for something good, something nasty. Double Commune, oh, I like it. Something to help cast Rotting Secluded Courtyard. There we go. Alright. Looks like Jun, though. This could be bad. Oh, it's one. I was thinking it might be some shenanigans coming out here. But that's why I brought in 2 basics. I'm considering upping the basics to my usual 3 forests and 1 mountain just in case we face anything nasty like this. Oh. It's got to be a mountain, I think. No, it can be a forest, yeah. Want to maintain the sources of green for Shifting Ceratops, definitely, but yeah, it's looking up. At the very least, we could still potentially get Rotting Regisaur. It was support for a reintroduction of Pro Play, Pro Tour, that sort of stuff. They had cancelled it the past couple years due to COVID and various other things. I think they were thinking Arena was going to take off and that would just be the main thing that they did tournaments with, but paper play is just exploding, doing fantastically, so they're bringing it back in an official capacity. The World Championships have a prize pool apparently of $1 million, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but whew, that's a lot. One day, hopefully, I'll get there. But Commune, I like the looks of that. Another secluded courtyard for next turn. Ghalta, this turn, gonna be good. even if they get rid of one land, we can still go with Secluded Courtyard there. Still would be able to play Ghalta coming up. Yes, bringing paper, tournaments back, regional qualifiers, various other ways to get to the Pro Tour, the World Championship, that sort of thing. One Dino to rule them all. Hopefully, I mean, I'll always be around doing this, but that would be the dream. To go to the top, and then go to the top again, and again, and again, and just basically never stop. Eugen looks horrifying. I just read that, yes. Well, he doesn't look too scary now, which is quite nice, but I could see dropping... Huh. Rotting Regisaur, yeah. I feel Scavenging Ooze might start, you know, exiling creatures. We got 2 in the graveyard so far. But definitely Shifting Ceratops. Use up all available mana and get as much power as possible. Just keep pressuring them. I don't think they want to take 7, so it is nice getting rid of a goose. Beating the Pro Tour with the Queen herself, yes, that would be absolutely fantastic. I mean, definitely I think it is possible. Yes, some April Fool's action. Might try those different events. I didn't see what they were all about, but April Fool's themed would be pretty sweet. It looks like we're getting the Queen right here, right now. Man, I love having 4 copies of her. Yeah, Drover. Might as well go this guy first. Still be able to go Ghalta for 2. And I think that might get him. I'm going to have to do something quick, though. Excuse me. I really don't care. I'm just going to keep up maximum pressure. Whoever they want to block with. I was thinking maybe they would trade one of those guys with Shifting Ceratops, but yes, got him. Got him good. Okay, so we know they're kind of all about land destruction a little bit here. Geomancer's Gambit. Destroy target land. Its controller may search their library for a basic land. Put it onto the battlefield. Shuffle. So, yeah, this could get interesting coming up here, but some damage-based stuff. Ripjaw Raptor, fantastic. Shifting Ceratops, definitely, at least in this matchup, I think. Ripjaw, switching it for something like Shifting Ceratops definitely feels right. Ghalta going to win it. Man, that's going to be good. She wins it here tonight, hopefully a few times, and the World Championship. Maybe, finally, I would get the game day promo alternate art for Ghalta on Arena, because unfortunately I did miss it when they had an event a couple years ago now, I think. Man, that's fantastic alternate art. If you haven't seen it at some point, I would definitely check it out. But a lot of small stuff. Anger of the Gods could take out Bone Crusher. Scavenging Ooze before it grows too big. And all the gooses. So maybe Anger would also be pretty good. I'll keep it as is. But definitely Anger of the Gods might be on the menu. Taking out the goose, the ooze, Bone Crusher, maybe some other little creatures that they could have in there. Perhaps the land destruction theme isn't too big. It's just like a side thing. The other art, Ghalta, that's the promo, the game day promo I'm talking about. I got a play set in paper, but yeah, I've just been keeping an eye out for it every day for the past couple of years now. Wow, it's crazy to say. And they said they would release it. It would be available at a later date, and I'm pretty sure 2 years is a later date. Yeah, I definitely like the looks of that. There is no basics here, so if and when they do start destroying, don't really like seeing the forest. Still one mountain to search for, but definitely plenty of lands with a deck like this. Yeah, that's what I want to be doing. Okay, maybe not destroying everything here. Oh, that's good, that's good. I do see it on Arena, but it always just gives me the message that you can't craft this card with wild cards, unfortunately. You can see it there, but yes, the promo Ghalta art and the promo Land War Elves were both tied into that event. You also got the unglued, unhinged, alternate art forest. It was a green themed event. Missed out on all that stuff. I assume that those things would be available sooner than it has been, but yeah, I'm still waiting patiently for some of those fantastic things. I think if I win the World Championship with Dinos, there's probably a pretty good chance they're going to just give it to me. You would think. A Steel Leaf Champion, I think there was an alternate art of Steel Leaf Champion. Yes, some of those promos, they can get big, but Shatter Skull smashing to take out Otepec Huntmaster, I don't feel too bad about that. Certainly not ideal, but we got Marauding Ripjaw. Against a deck like this, we saw some damage-based stuff, so I think Ripjaw is going to do the trick. Hopefully Marauding Raptor survives, and we do get some benefit from the first ping when we play Ripjaw here. Oh man, Anger of the Gods, actually, yes, that would be lovely. But it's Ripjaw time. Eventually, it's Ripjaw time. And I got a check actually outside. I was expecting a package, order of cards. I got some of the Judge promo alternate art Zakama. Man, that is just... that's pretty sweet. I like that. But I was expecting it today. UPS, it said it was supposed to show up, but it's actually been, or it was, freezing rain last night. Every inch, every surface outside, sidewalk, driveway, just a sheet sliding around, so I could see how that might delay things. Yeah, Rootbound Crag. Attack with Marauding, see if they want to trade with Scavenging Ooze. Definitely, I expect that probably is going to happen, but I did play a lot of Paper Magic, a Dino unboxing video. Yes, definitely wanting to show off my paper Dino collection. It's pretty extensive, but yeah. A lot of stuff coming up in paper that I'll have to figure out how to film it with my camera here, or maybe get a secondary camera, but yeah, there is a lot. Foil promos of Carnage Tyrant, some Metali, Primal Storm, a lot of stuff. Luckily, they just started destroying lands here, though, so still got plenty. Blast Zone. That's going to be nice, taking out Land War Elves. Gilded Goose, definitely. But I want to get more bodies. Again, continue the pressure. They don't have anything in hand, so it's certainly looking pretty good. Next turn, I can imagine Blast Zone to take out... okay. Didn't need to. But yeah, the Zakama... Gishath I have. I got the Zakamas when they were super cheap, dirt cheap. Then they just skyrocketed due to Commander, I imagine. Gishath and Zakama, both the legendary Naya dinos. Fantastic and certainly very popular options for Commander. But yeah, we got it done. Certainly a deck like that with land destruction, it's annoying to say the least. Yeah, definitely it seems to be going better. I imagine all these gold players likely were diamond players, and then if you're in diamond you get reset back to gold 1 to gold 4 depending on what level in diamond you were. If you're mythic you go back to platinum 4, I believe. Yes, it's going pretty good. Hopefully the trend continues, at least, you know, pop into platinum and maybe play a little bit more after the stream. But oh man, a lot of meta decks definitely in diamond, but at the very least you guys see me play against them. Maybe you get some ideas and hopefully a little bit of help learning what you might do or not do when I make mistakes, because that does happen. Still not quite. I would like to see one of the 3 amigos. As always, there is 12 of them, so you would expect basically most hands to see at least one, which is a little unfortunate. The opponent has taken 2 mulligans here, we see. On the draw, I think it's still too risky. No way to play Rotting Regisaur currently with the lands. Risking it. Let's go. Let's have fun. It's almost April Fool's. Yeah, 1 rotting. I was thinking of discarding the queen, because I do have 4 copies of her, but I just couldn't do it. Couldn't bring myself to do it. Ooh, Azorius control maybe? And it's interesting, we see Jace with the blue, slightly tinted blue googly eyes. That, man, this is, like you guys say, I'm liking this addition. They see how simple is something like this, adding googly eyes, various other things for events, just spicing things up. I imagine it can't take too much work. You never know. I'm not a game designer by any means. I've dabbled in it a little bit. I do have a dream game I would like to make, but this definitely I find absolute enjoyment in. But yeah, little simple things like this, I think they go a long way. Would be nice seeing googly eyes on the shark tokens. That I would like that. Eventually get to play Rotting Regisaur. Oh, there's so many micro-transaction possibilities. Permanent googly eyes. How much money would they make from that? I think they would just make bank. You don't need it. Absolutely don't need it, but I suspect a lot of people would want to have googly eyes on stuff all the time. Yeah. Blue with dragon. Let's see. Well, hopefully Huntmaster doesn't die. Get answered. At the very least, hopefully it'll burn a counter spell that they have. Regisaur Alpha next turn. Potentially Rotting Regisaur plus Ghalta, if there is a land that will help us cast Rotting Regisaur, but so we could potentially see the queen coming up, but also could see a sweeper. There is 2 sources of white. I got 4 lands. 2 sources of white. Could be a Wrath of God, a Divine Purge, I believe, exiling all creatures and artifacts with mana value 3 or less, and then they cost more to cast, and they come into play tapped. You get to cast them from exile, right? I jinxed myself. Not completely. Still get to go Regisaur Alpha, which, I mean, that's pretty fantastic. If they don't do anything, if both those things survive and maybe they feel safe, the Queen. Hopefully they don't have a second Wrath in hand. That would just, well, commit. That's not good. Oh, Shifting Ceratops. Yeah, definitely. Shifting. Able to give it haste, and I do want to preserve Regisaur Alpha. Bam. There we go. Whew. That was good. Yeah, meta decks, to say the least. Now, I think I mentioned at the start, control-based matchups, cutting some or all of the Queen to bring in Carnage Tyrant, which, man, that's going to be lovely. More creatures that can't be countered, similar to Shifting Ceratops. Hexproof again. It's just everything we want. And we still got a copy, so we may see the Queen. Still, there is the chance. Blast Zone, though. Blast Zone, again, could take out something like Portable Hole, 1 white, exile target creature. Mana value 2 or less. But it didn't see any Portable Holes. Azorius, no match against Gruul. Well, I mean, technically, John, I would still call it Gruul, just because Rotting Regisaur is a dinosaur. Very easy to cast, secluded courtyard, but seeing Rotting Regisaur, I think, actually does probably throw people off. They expect other nasty black things. They might be worried playing around other black cards, which there are none. So, yeah. Let's see. Death Gorge. A lot of stuff to eat. So, yeah. Switch Rampaging with Death Gorge. A lot of non-creatures. Keep him fueled up. All right. Ikoria was being spoiled. I watched the Ikoria stream when they first started to spoil things. I remember seeing Karuga, the Macro Sage. First time I saw that, a dinosaur hippo. Oh, man, that was sweet stuff. Yeah, people saw Shark Typhoon. They thought, oh, it costs 6. This is not good. Nothing good about this. Oh, cost too much. No. Splashing. Yeah. Yes, definitely. Oh. Hard to top the fantastic, satisfying nature of Sharknado, Shark Typhoon, whatever you want to call it. Oh. Seemed like a joke. Kind of is a little bit of a joke just because it's flying sharks, but hopefully Huntmaster doesn't get answered. At the very least, still have another copy in hand. Jawari Disruption. I felt something was going to happen, unfortunately, but maybe sometime I add in Shark Typhoon. I will say I'm not playing something that involves Shark Typhoon tomorrow for April Fools, but it's something blue-based. Black and blue. That's one of the only hints I'll give you. It's going to be fun, though. Yeah, Gruul, splash of black for Rotting Regisaur, and potential to add some of that fantastic black discard, Thoughtseize, Duress, Blueberry. I remember you mentioning a couple nights ago. Oh boy. Definitely, I think they got some sort of counter. So certainly want to go Shifting Ceratops. Get, well, hope they don't have Settle the Wreckage. Memory Deluge. Okay, so get to swing with both Huntmaster and Shifting Ceratops, dealing slightly more damage. I mean, 1 extra from Huntmaster, certainly that's not nothing, and sometimes in the past that has done the trick. Excuse me. Gotta do something quick though. Fateful Absence. It is good. Strict Proctor. Ooh, so it's Azorius Lotus Field. Duress, man, it is a solid card. I was actually thinking of bringing in something like Duress, all those various discard things for tonight, but I wanted to just stick with something classic. Fantastic. The Queen. Going down to 2, I imagine they got Sweeper, something to just ruin our day, but if they don't, they die. Teferi absolutely has to not bounce Ghalta. Interesting. I figured Teferi would bounce Ghalta. Control Jund Dinos, adding the discard spells. I mean, at the very least, Duress, Thought Seize, anything like that where we can get rid of the nastiest card, but also gain the information of the opponent revealing what they have in hand. I like it. Hopefully it's not I jinxed myself. Just as I said, discontinuity. It happened. Well, pop the clue, draw a card. Right. Now, I think Teferi might bounce Ghalta. We'll see. Man, this is rough. Always a rough time when you get control so low and you just can't deal that extra little bit of damage. Pretty much any Dino would do the trick now. The blue-black deck, just at the start I mentioned it's going to be a blue-black deck. Tribal. I don't think I'm going to say anything more than that. But yeah, it almost feels wrong. It almost feels like blasphemy playing something other than Dinos. But in the years going forward, I think it's going to be pretty fantastic. Looking forward to that one time a year, April Fools, when it's not Dinos. Aiming probably to be best of one with the deck tomorrow, just to see as many games, matches as possible. Well, I guess just games because it's best of one, but ooh, Teferi. They're gonna untap, double things, or bounce Ghalta perhaps. Yes. So maybe they have a counter spell for Ghalta. Oh, I was mistaken. I thought that was the Teferi that bounced stuff, but just sends it back. Shifting Ceratops, I would like that. Yes, Dylan Dryden, still historic. Historic best of one. Spam a bunch of games with the deck. That's blue and black. Oh boy. And I will be wearing something special, hopefully it's not discontinuity. Try for Commune. See if that maybe gets the Shifting Ceratops. Hopefully they don't counter this. Ooh. They're expecting us to grab Ghalta. Definitely. But I'm actually thinking about Lair of the Hydra here to help protect against board wipes. Have another body. They'll probably counter, do something to whatever we grab. So they got a potential for with Lotus Field here and the Deserted Beach. So basically they can do just about anything. I'll still grab Ghalta. Let's try it. See what happens. Oh, interesting. They're maybe waiting for us to give haste to Ghalta, then dealing with whoever Ghalta likely. Yes, I give you little hints here and there, but don't want to give away too much information. Hopefully I'm not swinging into a Settle the Wreckage, exiling all attacking creatures. That would just not be a fun day. Fateful Absence, not too bad. Gonna play Secluded Courtyard. in the second main phase be able to draw a card. Although maybe not. Nah. I don't want to discard it. I almost forgot that I would have to discard it the coming turn due to Rotting Regisaur, which that would be very sad, but yes, it's going to be a fun night tomorrow night. I'm pretty excited about it. Yeah, that's okay. Distractions happen, but safe to say it's nasty. Has lots of lords, potentially. No, I don't want to spoil it too much. Just because it's something that's really only going to happen once a year. At least at this point, once a year. Something non-dinos. Oh boy. Divine Purge, that is not good. Well, at the very least, pop this, draw a card. Don't want to lose that to Divine Purge because then we just have no benefit from. Ooh, Carnage Tyrant. This is good. This, maybe. It might be, it might not. It might be something else wacky. Yeah, Carnage Tyrant. Let's hope they don't have anything to deal with this guy. Crossing the fingers. They could just Wrath and get around the hexproof part of things because it's not targeting. Shamans. Rogues. Ninjas. Zombies. You just never know. Definitely there's a strong possibility between zombies, ninjas, and rogues, but it may not even be those. Maybe. Maybe it's a combination of zombie ninja rogues. That'd be pretty hilarious. I was actually considering Celestia Unicorn Tribal. I think that would have just been the best for April Fools. But I just didn't have quite enough wild cards to make that happen. But certainly, Unicorn Tribal seems pretty sweet. A lot of abusing enter the battlefield effects, bouncing unicorns. I might actually have the list that I was working on for that, but Unicorn Tribal was my number 2. Runo Stormkirk Sea Monster Tribal. Maybe. Sea Monster Ninja Rogues. Sea Monster Ninja Zombie Rogues. Hey, discontinuity, that's rough. And discontinuity giving them a 6/6 flying shark Krakens.
We need to move quickly.
Ninja Krakens. Zombie Ninja Krakens. There's a lot of funny combinations. Shifting Ceratops at this very moment, that's pretty much what I'm hoping for. That Hullbreaker Horror is okay. Heart of the Cards, if anyone's watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay, hopefully they don't have an answer for it. Crossing the fingers. Speaking of Krakens, Hullbreaker Horror. Yes, painful stuff. Oh, commit. That's not good. I was wondering if it would be something like commit. Huh. Well, not attacking with Carnage Tyrant, especially with that Hullbreaker Horror there, but eventually we'll be getting the Shifting Ceratops. Man, that makes sense, you know. It is nice having the potential of commit for a blue deck. It certainly costs quite a bit, so I don't feel too bad about when scenarios like that happen. It is rough, though. We're not quite dead. We would take 10 from the Sharks. Probably Carnage Tyrant to block the Hullbreaker Horror. They'd probably leave it back, though. They wouldn't want to swing and... ouch. Sharks for days. So, actually, Blast Zone at this very moment. No, not Blast Zone. Culling Ritual, I should say, would be able to take out those tokens. Something like Ratchet Bomb. Similar to Blast Zone, you put charge counters on it, and when you sacrifice it, you destroy non-land permanents with that number of charge counters. But we got close. So close. Any type of control-based matchup, again, is going to be painful. Probably just keep it as is, I imagine. Ghalta, she was nice, but try and aim to go as fast as possible. Potentially the Death Court Scavenger there, but again, they do have Divine Purge, exiling quite a few of our creatures. A lot of stuff is 3 mana value or less, so that's pretty debilitating, especially when they exile something as powerful as Rotting Regisaur. But, oh boy, I like the looks of this. Really couldn't ask for much better. Got the Source of Black if I do see Rotting Regisaur at some point. Hopefully no Hullbreaker Horror. That's just, yikes. 1 mulligan. It's looking up. Oh, shoot. I goofed there, actually, now that I think about it. I thought Rockfall Vale was Rootbound Crag. That's going to be rough. May have to name Secluded Courtyard now as a human just to be able to play Otepec Huntmaster. Authority of Consuls, that is not good, but human, yes. We'll make it work. But yeah, this card, that really slows things down. Do have Blast Zone again, which would take this out right away because it comes in with a single charge counter, so might prioritize Blast Zone. Fateful Absence, okay. Stomping Ground, okay, we're getting more lands, Yeah, that Authority of the Consuls, that's going to be painful. That might actually do us in. This has happened a couple times before. Azorius control, Jeskai control, Authority of the Consuls seems to do the trick. Now Death Gorge, come down for 4. Buffing Marauding for 2 more. 2, 6, nah. Ghalta would still be 3, so we couldn't quite cast Ghalta. Regisaur Alpha could lead to just getting a sweeper next turn. I don't want that. I expect a sweeper. So gain a little bit of life. Yeah, might as well. Could potentially have used it to draw a card, but actually, now that I think about it, maybe using that extra 2 to buff Marauding. But Death Gorge couldn't have exiled something to survive Marauding. Well, little tricky there. Tricky interactions, having to pay extra stuff for Strict Proctor, but sometimes that does help, especially with couple Marauding Raptors, super cost reduction, when lots of our dinos would die, unfortunately. We would be able to just simply not pay. So we get that cost reduction, and the dinos just never get pinged from Marauding Raptor because we just don't pay. But Lair of the Hydra. Hopefully they don't counter this. Maybe they're going a sweeper next turn. If they were going a sweeper next turn, Strict Proctor probably would have blocked Death Gorge. So I'm thinking they don't have a sweeper. Hey, no, that's all right. That was rough. Certainly, I had high hopes there, taking them down to 2. Shifting Ceratops I was hoping would do the trick, but they did answer Shifting Ceratops with commit, I believe. 3 in a blue, they put target creature into its controller's library second from the top. Really painful, annoying stuff. Not a whole lot of answers to Shifting Ceratops, but I'm thinking of also going Death Gorge. Nah, I will pay the 2. Buff Marauding Raptor. Yeah. I'm going to go off the fact that I think they may not have the sweeper. Still, again, have the backup of Lair of the Hydra. A lot of sharks coming on board when that happens. I mean, it's a good chance. It's just game over, unfortunately. I feel pretty great exiling this Shark Typhoon. Don't have to worry about it. I mean, chances are there's not a whole lot of ways or any ways for them to reanimate it and get it back, but it's a fun card. They're digging for a sweeper, I think. They have to do something. Basically crossing their fingers, no sweeper. Here goes nothing. Boy. Gonna get knocked out? I don't know. Okay. They did. They might get another land. Place. Ooh. They got the sweeper, I think. Or they have settled the wreckage. Or discontinuity. Probably discontinuity, unfortunately. Yes. Oh. They're desperate. They're desperate. Make use of this clue. Boy. I think the second they get a sweeper, they're casting it. Lair for extra damage, definitely. That could be the saving thing for me right now. Definitely not going to forget about that. They may have just got the sweeper here. They're swinging with the Strict Proctor, or they could have discontinuity. Wrath of God, there it is. They could also have something nasty to deal with Lair of the Hydra, unfortunately. Hopefully that's not the case, but... I'm thinking Lair. Try my luck. Hope they don't have March of Otherworldly Light, I believe it is. They do have the Hall of the Storm Giants. I forgot about that. Oops. Well, at the very least, I didn't attack with Lair of the Hydra and just have it die. That would have been very sad. Yeah, pretty much Shifting Ceratops. Rotting Regisaur plus Drover the Mighty could have been good. Perhaps Drover the Mighty, seeing if Drover would draw out a counterspell they potentially have. Follow it up with Rotting Regisaur. But it's not looking too good. Narset, maybe to help him look for a sweeper, an answer for whatever we play. Shark Typhoon. Okay. If they go Shark Typhoon, they wouldn't have enough for Hall of the Storm Giants, I believe. Maybe they would. 6? No. Okay, so they only have 5, so don't have to worry about Hall of the Storm Giants, which does cost 5 and 1 blue. Yes, okay. Oh, Carnage Tyrant. I think they might exile and get the emblem, start exiling things. That's going to be painful, but I think try for Lair of the Hydra. Deal as much damage as possible. Hope they don't have an answer for it. And then potentially Shifting Ceratops to finish them off. Regisaur Alpha eventually. Oh boy. Yeah, that might be it though, especially with Teferi there.
Hone your prowess.
I expect him to do the emblem, his ultimate. This okay, so we gotta watch out for Fateful Absence. Yes, +1. Next turn, they'll get the nasty emblem. Whenever they draw a card, exile target permanent and opponent controls. So that means lands. They're going to be drawing a bunch of stuff. This is 1 or 2 turns to potentially get something to help us out here. Actually, now that I think about it, Authority. Yeah, that's not going to do it. Definitely with Authority. Everything coming into play tapped. It's just going to slow things down too much. Lair of the Hydra isn't big enough. It won't get big enough to be able to get past the Hullbreaker. Again, I still have the Tyrant with Hexproof. Maybe Shocker Colgan's Command, definitely. Banefire actually would be something pretty fantastic to consider. Tyrant with Hexproof. I do, but with the Hullbreaker there and Carnage Tyrant coming into play tapped, they could swing with the Hullbreaker, Wrath, do a wide variety of things. Perhaps Carnage Tyrant could have helped, but seeing it come down, certainly Hullbreaker Horror would at the very least just not attack. Being a 7/8 would be able to easily trade with Carnage Tyrant's 7 damage, unfortunately. Perhaps there was a slight sliver, but yeah, stuff that deals direct damage can't be countered. Actually, Banefire, I'll show that for you guys. I have used it in the past to finish off Control. It's been quite some time though, but just quickly, yeah, Banefire, for anybody that doesn't know, deal X damage to any target. If X is 5 or more, it can't be countered and the damage can't be prevented. That's a pretty fantastic finisher against Control, but Atarka specifically, good against Squirrel combo, yeah. Even the decks have eyes, yes. Yeah, I might consider Banefire. There's lots of Control base matchups. There always seems to be Azorius specifically, but other blue base things that try to counter our spells. So something like Banefire, but yes, definitely Atarka's Command. That's fantastic. It's so many lovely things, especially giving our dinos reach, which you see sometimes the flying things, they give dinos trouble. Shifting Ceratops being really the only thing that can help block flyers. So Atarka's Command, that actually would be pretty fantastic. Might try that out. Yeah. Lots of great abilities there. Certainly something to consider using if you guys haven't used it before, but I love it. Haven't used it a whole lot, but get into at least one more match here. How long have I been going? Ooh, over an hour? Okay, oh yeah, I started early. Let's keep going. Maybe a couple more matches, actually. Oh, I can't believe I've forgotten to drink my coffee. It's probably cold. That's not hot. But it's good, because I'll drink any coffee, anytime. Hot, cold, lukewarm. I was thinking of Witherbloom command, but it doesn't seem like it does enough. Atarkas, certainly. That seems to be what I like. Buffing all the creatures and reach. Yeah. Coffee break needed. I got enough here to keep me going. But a hand like this is just fantastic. Yes, definitely. I like to start earlier, jam in maybe an extra match or two, something like that. But at the very least, if I'm done earlier, I could potentially record a normal episode video, you know, a new card discussion, especially with all this stuff coming out in Streets of New Kapoo. Oh boy. Mono Blue Mill. Surprising. I definitely expected to see a wide variety of things, starting off with gold and again with the reset. But Mono Blue Mill, Shifting Ceratops, that is the arch nemesis, the boogeyman for a deck like this. Oh boy, they are not interacting, and that is what you have to do against dinos. So, we got them. I feel very positive at the very least. Don't want to get ahead of myself, but if you don't interact and we got all these nasty things coming up, that's going to do the trick. Oh, I'm glad to hear your Wi-Fi is doing all right. Not making it lag at 144p. And that is just... Oh. Okay, so we got one turn, I think. Actually, I could go Blast Zone, pop it. Yes. Oh, this is the stuff Mono Blue Mill is known for. I'm wondering about popping Blast Zone to take out the Rune Crabs. Could also just be dead. Commune to maybe search for something. Well, I've got to play Blast Zone anyways. Yeah, Shifting Ceratops, it's a guaranteed 10 right there. Drover. Hope they don't kill us. Oh, you'd be tilted against this? I don't know, I've played Dinos so much, and I guess got into the mentality, the motivation that I put all the games, matches in perspective, and I just know there will be good ones coming. There will be nasty, headache, potentially rage-inducing games or matches like this. Yeah, but I think we might get it. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I just don't really get tilted much at all. There's a chance, but just keep playing, make it happen, do the best I can, and die. Ouch. I was hoping we would at least be left with one. So it seems... what did they cast to mill stuff? So it seems, yes, I should have just popped Blast Zone, get rid of the Rune Crabs there. Yeah, that's too bad. I do love mill. It is certainly pretty stupid, doesn't always work. But Anger of the Gods taking out the crabs? Yeah, maybe. something as fast as possible. Definitely Death Gorge. Yeah, I think switch it with Rampaging. Haunting Voyage, Flaming Draco. Now that you said it, I have considered Haunting Voyage and Crippling Fear. Oh, some night I will go Haunting Voyage. Bring in Anger. Oh, okay, Blue Bear, you said it. Anger. I'll do it. I'll cut Commune, actually. I know it increases consistency. It's fantastic, but being on the draw, having that extra chance to get something, I still feel pretty positive about this. So we got Blast Zone, got Anger to take out those ruined crabs that I expect are coming down. Just for those crabs. Yes. Oh, hey, there's Anger. It's no two sources of red, unfortunately, but we got lots of plays. Lots of good stuff. And it is nice with dinos especially, or at least the way I like to play them. You can make a hand, like a 2-land hand, work actually pretty good with all these 2-drop. Hey, oh. Just for you, Blue Bear, drawing 2 Anger of the Gods early on. But next turn, I expect to go Marauding Raptor plus Rotting Regisaur. That would be pretty fantastic. Hasty, Rotting Regisaur. Double Ruin Crab. This is what Mono Blue Mill does. Ouch. Ooh. Okay. It's like it was meant to be. My goodness. Well, not quite yet. Oh, hey. Auto Tapper. You guys may have seen there. The Auto Tapper didn't account for the reduction that Rotting Regisaur would get. So the Auto Tapper was making me want to use Secluded Courtyard for Marauding Raptor, which I don't want to do because I want to use Rockfall Vale, that source of red. Now getting to go Rotting Regisaur with Secluded Courtyard. So that could have screwed things up quite a bit. Still would have had one for Death Gorge Scavenger, but so it wouldn't have been so bad. At the very least, they got to do something quick. They got to get that Gruul back, whatever that legendary mill creature is. The Auto Tapper is so annoying, especially something like that. I think it should take cost reduction into consideration, because that screwed me over too many times. I try not to let that happen, but oh my goodness. Fabled Passage, especially with so many Ruin Crabs. Okay, if I can get rid of the Ruin Crabs, come on land, cross the fingers. I'm getting rid of those crabs. Huntmaster, yep. Oh! Woo! Okay, I think we might have them. Excited, proud, knocking them out. I guess I'd just sweep them, lose Marauding and Huntmaster, and then hit them for 7 with Rotting Regisaur. Destroyed, beautiful. Yes, you guys love it. Heart of the cards. Yeah, that feels right. And still got a second one. I mean, they're down 3 crabs. I don't expect this Anger of the Gods to do a whole lot, so I think I will discard this coming up. Next turn, we don't need. Destroyed. Hopefully things continue, but okay, well, I wasn't even going to bring in Anger of the Gods until you mentioned it, Blue Bear, but might have saved us there, certainly. It is nice, taking out all those crabs. Still like going as fast as possible. I'm thinking actually Regisaur Alpha, just cut it. I know, I don't often cut Regisaur Alpha, but they don't have a lot of interaction. I want as many cheap things. Rampaging Ferocidon could potentially get around creatures because it does have menace. With a win, Anger of the Gods coming in, the land, top deck. I was worried seeing a lot of lands get milled into my graveyard, but got it done. Yeah. I was thinking of Gaia's Blessing? Potentially. There's a lot of interesting sideboard cards. Oh. Anger. Okay, got it. To start off, definitely. I'm keeping this. Could maybe have been a little bit faster with a 2-drop. Ooch, there goes the Huntmaster. Yeah, that's something to think about. Definitely getting some key things back, but also Haunting Voyage. Yeah, definitely. I do think this is a great hand. 2 angers. Ooh, and maddening cacophony. However you want to say that. Well, again, would have been nice for a 2-drop, but Merfolk Windrobber, Merfolk Secret Keeper. Well, it's kind of nasty. It is at 0-4. So unfortunately, Anger of the Gods won't be able to take it out, but I could see attacking with a Death Gorge. The Secret Keeper would want to block Death Gorge, and then after it's been damaged temporarily, take it out, finish it off with Anger of the Gods, but doesn't have haste, so gain a little bit of life. Not that I expect them to be super fading hope. Well, hope is fading a little bit at the moment. 22. We're winning, technically. Hopefully they play a bunch of crabs. Go with a nice Anger coming up here. I think they're definitely missing the crabs. Maybe after they saw that Anger of the Gods, they just took out all the crabs. Could see that happening potentially, just because it was so nasty for them. They may have taken out all the crabs. Oh, the Shifting Ceratops top deck to help win, I think. At the very least, it is a nice clock. They got 4 turns. Hopefully getting another Shifting Ceratops. That would be lovely, but have to go Anger coming up here. Won't be too bad. Definitely another Shifting Ceratops would be good. I can make that work. That Scourge will still be nice whenever it does attack, getting buffed to 4, so I would be able to trade with the Secret Keeper, actually. Maybe even the Queen next turn, although they could do something nasty, down to 32 cards in the library, which is still quite a bit, but as we saw in Game 1, yeah, getting the closer with the Queen, I would love that. Ooh, Fading Hopes. Shedding Tears. Saying goodbye to another Shifting. Is that just a second one so far? Hopefully. Okay. So there's still two Shifting in the deck somewhere. Definitely it would be nice getting another one. Would be able to give it haste, sitting at 5 lands currently. Potentially Ghalta. Brewvac. This is... Oh boy. Well. No Shifting. Don't mill more Shifting. Merfolk Windrobbers. Okay. Ooh, a lot of 2-drops there. Getting pretty tense. But I think that might be it, especially with Brewvac, unfortunately. Couldn't quite bust through. Fading hopes. Certainly that that slowed things down a lot, or else we might have had them. Let's see. Yep, Death Gorge, Drover the Mighty, Hope. Getting a bunch of bodies does the trick, but maybe it, unfortunately. I would have loved Double Anger, and it's too bad. Would need 4 sources of red for that, which is pretty hard. Definitely being in Jund, having 4 sources of red sometimes can be rough. In Gruul Dinos, I could see that happening, definitely, and especially with Drover. So, yeah, maybe next turn, due to Drover, drawing a 3rd source of red, use Drover as the 4th. Well, 5 lands right there. Drover is another mana, another source of red, so we could have potentially Double Anger. Yes, 4 reds. So if draw another Stomping Ground, Rockfall Vale, a Mountain, potentially. Double Anger might do it. Oh, hey, okay. I thought they may have taken the Rune Crabs out, but oh, more sources of red. Don't discard too many. Oh, more. Oh, hey, ouch, ouch. 1. Oh, well, huh. Oh, okay. Well, never mind. That's how it goes. Nasty, nasty stuff. Oh no, Flaming Draco, you said it, but yeah, that's all right. Sometimes you don't get it done against annoying decks like that. Bring it back around though. Certainly doesn't feel too good, but I'm pretty mellow level as always. What time is it though? Oh, 1:30. Okay, I think I'll leave it there for tonight. Yes, you definitely don't see Mill too often, but I did expect some shenanigans. Again, starting off with the reset for this month. But I will leave things there for tonight. Get ready for April Fools coming up. I'll show you guys. There it is. You see that art for the island? I think that was a Bob Ross painting that they used. They had a promotion with Bob Ross and they used that art, but there is the deck. You probably want me to double click so you can see it, but you're gonna have to wait about 24 hours. Yes, good luck to you as well. Happy the Wi-Fi was working out tonight. As always, thanks for watching. Draco, Blue Bear, everybody else. Oh, as always, I love the streams. Even 1, 2 people watching, doesn't matter how many, I love it. Love doing it for you guys. Yes. All right, okay, well, hopefully everyone has a good night. I will see you tomorrow. Have a good one.